Good afternoon and thanks for joining us right here on Midday Kentucky. David Goldman sitting beside me on the green couch.
That's right.
Do you like
Feels
it?
good. It's always snug. Feels good to be
it?
home.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm excited about the show. We have some cool people.
Are you?
Today.
How excited, David Goldman?
1 to
Not enough
10.
to get a haircut, I see.
1 to 10 to 12. JP, I will be seeing you soon.
Yeah.
I kind of like this, though. I feel like a California surfer. No?
Okay. If that's how you feel, dude.
I'm just doing it.
What's going on?
Well, I'm excited about Pivot Brewing. That's where my sister's food truck is. So I'm really, they're awesome. And I've always been interested in the games. So Breakout Games being here. I want to see how good you are at riddles, Troy.
Riddles?
Yeah, they've got some cool stuff for us.
Yeah, I used to play the Joker.
I'm sure you didn't. No, it makes me nervous, people.
I really don't have any idea. Hey everyone, Planet Fitness is supposed to be a judgment-free zone, right? Well, a man in New Hampshire took this literally without exercising any judgment whatsoever. Take a listen.
34-year-old Eric Stagno was arrested for stripping down naked inside of a Planet Fitness in New Hampshire. When officers arrived, they found him completely nude, sitting on a yoga mat, but he's not even a member of the gym. Stagno is charged with indecent exposure, lewdness, and disorderly conduct.
All right. This is what you get when you pay $10 a month.
Well, he wasn't even a
Sometimes it's
member.
$1.
That's a free show. That's a gift, people.
Yes. But the funny thing is, they didn't show you in this clip that there was some guy that was who does nude yoga.
Okay, yeah.
And it's an eerie look-alike. But also, if you watch the Planet Fitness ads,
Right.
the guy on the cycle machine, you think he's naked the way they do that. Do you remember?
I know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
he's looking at you, looking at me, looking at me, looking at you.
Yeah.
Here I am looking at me, here I
No
am.
judgment.
No judgment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a little weird.
Nude yoga is kind of blowing up in bigger cities.
Yeah. I'm not doing a downward dog for anyone. No way. Do you have birthday parties? Oh, you've got pets, don't you?
Yeah, we've got
How
two
many?
dogs. 2 dogs.
2 dogs.
An
This-
Aussie doodle.
Don't even talk to me about that, my
And,
friend.
Bichon.
This is for you. Do you have birthday parties for your pets? Would you spend $1,000 on it, David?
No way.
Okay, a new study shows, listen to this. This came from Australia. I'm
Of
sorry,
course.
everyone. A new study shows Australians spend over $12 billion, that's a B, not an M, billion dollars to treat their pets. But there seems to be a rise in throwing expensive parties for their so-called fur babies. Up to $1,000, everyone. I'm just trying to see if I know where this cafe is. It doesn't seem to ring a bell for me. Look, the Italian Greyhound. David.
Troy, first of all, I totally see you doing this. Is this something?
No.
No. Well,
I had an award-winning show dog, and I didn't even know when it was born. Why would I throw a birthday party for it?
it does seem a little.
Now, these are all pet-friendly treats.
Oh, I love it.
Okay.
But it's just overdone.
Well, they're saying that pets, because a lot of single people have,
Yeah.
pets because they're never going to have children.
It's their baby.
Over $1,000. But here's what they're saying, that you would be basically making sure they have pet-friendly food, a photographer,
Yeah, of course. Look at this.
decorations, and games. That's one of your dogs?
My dog does actually look very similar to that, and it's one of those things where anytime you're having a party, you should have a photographer. So if you're going to have a pet party, bring the pictures out.
Yeah,
Let's
but look,
do
I have
that.
to be honest with you, and it's not being. I understand people who love their pets and all that, but seriously, spending over $1,000 on a pet party.
That's crazy. It's overdone. But you know what? People, like you said, that's their baby. They don't have kids, and that's who brings them love when they come home. So they want to spend a little time with that little fur baby. Go do it.
Look at you being all sensitive.
That's where my heart
Tell
is.
us what you think, whether you would spend $1,000 on your fur baby's birthday party. I think it's crazy. Now, this is something that I think is amazing. Naps are becoming increasingly popular, and now businesses are cashing in. Places like New York is a luxury nap destination where you can go, escape, and nap. Sleep educators say naps help with productivity, improve moods, and lowering stress levels. The nap trend, which we hope doesn't go away, puts an emphasis on self-care. David, would you go somewhere and pay. Like, this is, I'm not joking, people. This is a true business.
Oh yeah. I would do this. I think it's a great idea. I've thought about adding this to the spa.
What?
Yeah, so if people want to come in and, they've got weighted blankets, they've got great sounds for people just to relax, and they say that it produces like higher productivity.
Well, it says it's proven fact that if you take a nap for 20 minutes in the day, you will live longer and a healthier life.
I like that.
That place that we were just showing is Nap, New York.
Would you do it?
I will say to you that I had a nap before I came on the show.
Did you? No. I was like, you were going 10 miles, like you were in 10 directions. I was like, how did you
I
take
can
a
honestly
nap?
say to you, I could go home after the show, let's just say, at 2 o'clock, have a 10-minute nap,
Yes.
and then be up and be cool.
I'm all about a 10-minute nap.
Yeah.
Just a little pick-me-up.
I think 20 minutes is too long.
Yeah, you feel like, oh, groggy.
Do I have to keep going?
Yes. So
And
keep
I
'em
know,
short.
what do they call them, a cat nap or something
Little
like that?
cat nap. Have you ever done a caffeine nap where you drink a cup of coffee, take a nap for 10 minutes, and then you wake up and you're caffeinated?
Really?
Yes, check that out.
I want to learn how to make one of those coffees, bulletproof coffee or something.
Oh, yes, MCT oil.
Does someone
tablespoon of butter?
Does someone make them in town?
Whole Foods. They do an incredible job.
Really?
It is. You'll get addicted.
Completely went off that way, people.
Sorry, guys.
I just, when he said coffee, I thought, it was said to me in the keto diet or something.
Yeah.
You should have a...
They're so good, Troy. Oh, and they're just delicious.
All right. Well, tell us what you think, whether you should have, what was my story? My nap story. Tell us whether you think having 20-minute naps
Yep.
is worthy of it or not. I don't know. I'm holding my judgment. It's summer and it's important to stay hydrated. David, I think this is crazy. I asked how much you weighed before we came on camera. But how much water do you really need? Experts recommend that you should drink water throughout the whole day. Of course, we know that. Before you get thirsty. And they say there's a simple way to calculate the amount you should consume. Drink half of your body weight. So if you weigh 140 pounds, you should drink 70 ounces, or about 8 3/4 cups. 8 cups, yeah. Now, you say you weigh...
200.
So that's 20 ounces of water?
100 ounces.
100 ounces,
Yeah.
sorry?
Yeah. And, we tell people don't typically go past that 100 ounces. But if you're exercising and you're sweating a lot, our nurse practitioner is always like, push water, push water, push water. But, sometimes people, they do get a little, they'll overdo it.
Well, they were saying, because it does actually say there are some signs that you're not drinking enough. Let's bring them up, David. What are they, my friend?
If your urine is darker than a shade of lemonade,
Right.
so you want to make sure it's nice and flush.
Yep.
And then next we've got, if you're, feeling fatigue or dizziness, make sure you're hydrated. A next one we've got is dry skin. That's a really big sign. So you can actually do a little pinch test on your skin and see how it drops.
Dusty doesn't drink enough. Can I just say, I just want to say this to you. My little producer, Dusty, she doesn't drink enough. She drinks a lot of Dr. Pepper.
We're trying to push water on her. We're doing it. And next we've got your muscles cramping. This is so important. So if you're waking up with Charlie horses or spasms.
With what?
A Charlie horse? So like if you wake up and your leg is like, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you're so much pain, that's a Charlie horse. Have you ever heard that?
I've never heard of it.
Welcome to America,
Must
baby.
be a Kentucky thing.
No, it's American.
Oh.
And one of the last ones we had was if you're having constipation, make sure you're flushing your system. So hydrate, people. It's important.
Yeah, I think it is. But because I weigh like 236, can you believe I weigh more than David? And he's taller than me, and he's more musclier than me. But I'm fatter.
No.
That's obviously the problem. It said when I worked it out, it was like almost 4 litres a day, or 3.5 litres a day.
Yeah, you've
that
got to
right?
you've got to consume, people.
That's a lot of water.
And it's really been hot lately.
I would not get through the show
if you drink
if
that
I
much.
drank that amount of water.
It's really hard for teachers.
Yeah.
Because if they go to the bathroom, they've got the kids. Like teachers talk about hydration constantly.
Do they?
And they live on coffee.
All right, tell us how much you drink on Midday Kentucky's Facebook page.
Water.
All right, let's move along to the next one. Summer may almost be over, but there is still time to book a cool vacation. David sent this in without leaving the country. Riders across America chimed in and recommended a handful of last hurrahs you could have before your kids return to school. I agree. Tell me where I should be going.
Well, this is one of my favorites. I thought Brandy and I have been looking for like a little trip.
Me too.
And a camp with wild ponies in Maryland. How cool does that actually
When I
sound?
grew up with horses, I couldn't think of anything worse.
Oh, you would love it. Watching the Highliners walk across the mountains in
Yeah.
Yosemite. Yosemite's on my bucket list.
Oh, hold on. Where's Yosemite? Oh, the National
Yes,
Park.
yes.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
I don't think I would ever
I wouldn't do the
this.
High Line.
No, but I'd love to watch people do it.
I could sit there all day.
Yeah, it's just such a beautiful area.
Yeah.
Next, we've got stargazing in northern Michigan's Dark Sky Park. Now, this is a special park. There's only like a handful in the country, and the light is so limited. You can see the galaxies.
Yeah.
I mean, this just looks incredible.
Gotcha.
Then we've got riding horses through Wyoming. Troy, again, this is where I thought of you, just because I know
Yeah.
you're so fond of the horse. I actually saw your Instagram yesterday with some horses.
Did you see the horses?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then last, we've got.
But I'd rather ski through Wyoming frontier.
Well, I could also see you doing this one.
Yeah.
Chugging along through Napa Valley's wine
Totally.
country.
Well, you know, I'd go and do that with you and Brandy.
That would
in
be a
second.
blast.
As long as it stopped at the vineyards, we got off.
Yep, that's-
had a slurp.
Yep.
And then got back on.
That's all you do.
Really?
That's the trip.
Does it say how much that is?
I
You
think
can't
that was.
remember?
I think the train ride was like $2.99.
And is it just for the day, or is it
That's
sleepover?
it's for the no, it's just for the day. So
Well, just the nap. I want my 20-minute
we
nap.
just need a nap,
Do you know what I
and then we'll have our what was the coffee with MCT?
bulletproof.
And then we'll have a bulletproof.
Yeah,
It'll be
and then we'll
fun.
have another slurp.
and then a little
How
taste.
far is that from here?
So that's in California.
Oh, okay.
So
we'd
a
have to
little
fly
trek.
there.
It's
Okay, well
worth
that's
it.
well. I was just saying that I'm off to Salt Lake City. You're going to be here
Yep.
next week, I think it is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I'm going to be there hosting some events for a charity event. I'm going there. Then I'm actually going to get in the car. Don't laugh at me when I say this. I'm actually going to drive to New York.
Wait, you're driving from Salt Lake?
No, I'm going to come back here.
Okay.
And then a few weeks later, I'm going to drive to New York. And someone said to me, "Why are you doing that, Troy?" I think it'd be fabulous.
Troy, if you see the leaves
not-
change, it'll
Yeah.
be amazing.
Yeah.
Because the trip from here to New York City is incredible.
All right, I got you.
You'll have a great